Hey everyone, welcome. I'm Heather. I'm the Bent Yogi. Welcome to Friday Power Flow. And today's Friday Power Flow focus is hips and the second chakra, which is your sacral chakra. Supta Baddha Konasana. On your back, feet together, knees wide. Soles of your feet can touch here, knees apart. The focus is today on our hips. So if you want to bring your hands to your hips, you can. And always, our focus is on our breath, our body, where we are right here, right now. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. This might be a little bit of a different beginning pose for you. I know it's not a pose that I usually start my practice in. So you just notice if anything comes up around that, any kind of resistance in your thinking mind. And maybe there is some resistance in your physical body. You might notice some tension in your hips. You can feel for breathing into your whole body, a full body breath in. But you might also visualize or imagine bringing that breath right into your hips to create some space. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Your second chakra, sacral chakra, you can visualize it as being located between your belly button and the base of your spine. And the color is orange. So just like we did with the root chakra, you might visualize an orange ball of energy turning at just the right pace, right between your belly button and your spine, right around your hips. And you can breathe into that space, a big breath in, and a long breath out. And here together once more, a big inhale, and a big exhale. Now go ahead and draw your knees to your chest. Give yourself an embrace. Start to rock forward and back. And then rock forward, plant your hands, and make your way back to your downward facing dog. Or come on into your child's pose. As you come into your downward dog, set your foundation, part of the root chakra, if you remember from that practice. That has more to do with feet and legs, but always it has to do with your foundation, your roots. So setting your foundation here, still feeling your feet and your legs. Right? You might even remind yourself the root chakra located at the base of your spine, that color red. So now we're moving up in the chakras to the second chakra, your sacral chakra. That orange ball of energy between your navel and the base of your spine, and the single syllable mantra, the Bija Mantra for your sacral chakra is VAM, V-A-M. Together, let's take a deep breath in, and a long breath out. Here, bring your feet together and a little bit forward. Take your right leg up to the sky, bend your right knee for your down dog hip opener. So getting right into the hips, and the second chakra physically has to do with your hips. Take a big inhale and a big exhale. Now take that right leg back up. Step your right foot to your right thumb. Runner's lunge. Walk that left foot back a bit and bring both hands to the inside of your right foot. So a little lizard, a baby lizard here. A little bit of a hip opener. Nothing crazy just yet. Some deep breath. Your second chakra has to do with your hips. Again, the single syllable mantra is VAM, V-A-M, and the color is orange. You can notice what you feel, where you feel it, even as we make our way up through the chakras, always building from the ground up. As we make our way through our whole practice, always building from the ground up, from our roots. Take a deep breath in, and a big breath out. Now, right hand to the outside of that right foot. Right foot goes up and back. Three-legged dog. Again, bend your knee or down dog. Hip opener, take a big inhale. As you exhale, bring the right foot down and take your left leg up to the sky. Bend your left knee. Grounded through your right foot, through your hands. Lifting your left knee, opening your hips to your own degree. As you inhale, left leg goes up. Left foot steps up. Left foot to your left thumb. Both hands inside that left foot. You can wiggle your right foot back a little bit. Again, a little lizard. If you want to come down onto your forearms, you can. You can feel it out. Take your time with it. Staying tapped into your breath, the flow of your breath. The element for this chakra, the second chakra, is water. Right, so the movement of water, going with the flow, and that's exactly what we do every time we get on our mat. We go with the flow in this practice. Take a big breath in, and a long breath out. Set your left hand on the outside of your left foot. Step your right foot up to meet your left. Front of your mat. Set your feet and rise to stand. Come on up. Hands reach high. Heart lifts. A big inhale. Hands to your heart. Exhale. Set your gaze. Lower your gaze or close your eyes. You can set an intention for your practice. And if you'd like to practice the mantra out loud or just in your head throughout this practice, you can. Again, it's VAM, V-A-M. And you might visualize that orange ball of energy spinning at just the right pace for you. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. As you inhale, sweep your hands high and reach up. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, flat back, inhale. Hands to your mat, step back, high push up. Little pause here, set your foundation, take a big inhale, forward, halfway down, low push-up, chaturanga. You can drop your knees or come all the way down. Inhaling, upward facing dog, a cobra or low cobra. Exhale, back to your downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in, and a long breath out. And if the chakra piece doesn't really resonate strongly with you, that's okay. Just know this is a power practice, a Friday power flow focused on our hips, focusing on our bodies and our breaths, on being present. Take another big inhale here. Exhale. Step or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Inhale. Rise to stand. Lift up. Reach up. Fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. Chaturanga. Low push-up. Step or jump back. Inhale. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Set your gaze or close your eyes. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Another big inhale here. Exhale. Step or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Inhale all the way up. Rise and reach. Fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. High push up to low push up. Exhale. Going with the flow. Upward dog, a big breath in. Downward dog, breath out. The flow of your breath. And so on the one hand, you create your own flow. On the other hand, you go with the flow. But like I mentioned in the root chakra practice, you don't have to get carried away by the flow. It doesn't have to be overwhelming. So even as we move up in the chakras and move into our hips, still feel your foundation, feel your breath. Feel that you can enjoy this. Take a really big inhale, exhale. Step or jump to the front. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, lift and reach. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push up to low push up. Exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a long breath in. And a long breath out. Take another big inhale here. Now as you exhale, step or jump your feet to the outsides of your hands and come on down into your squat, malasana. You can stay higher, elbows on thighs. You can sit on a prop. You might have your feet flat or be up on the balls of your feet, drawing your hands to your heart, lengthening through your spine. And absolutely, a little bit of a hip opener. So if you like some side to side movement, just some really gentle side to side movement, you can find that. Feel the movement of your breath. Notice the movement of your thinking mind. That doesn't have to create the flow. Your breath, your intention can create the flow for your practice and for your day and your life. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. Take another big inhale. As you exhale, bring your hands down, lift your hips, walk your feet closer together or to touch, and rise to stand. Reach up, lift up, fold forward, exhale. Utkatasana, chair pose. Set your feet, big bend to your knees. Sit down, lift up, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push-up to low push-up, exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog, exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward, warrior one, come up, rise up here. Now set your gaze, set your right foot, step forward onto your right foot, lift your left knee up towards your chest. Take your left foot across your right thigh and sit down. So like a chair pose with figure four legs. A little bit of a hip opener, bring your hands to your heart. And you can stay here upright, or you can start to fold forward. That's where you get a little more sensation in your left hip. Notice the sensation. There's balance here too. You don't have to hang on. Be in the flow of your breath. Take your time. A big breath in and a long breath out. And it is your flow, not anyone else's, so you don't have to feel rushed here. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Now as you inhale, come on up to stand. Hands high, left knee lifts. Step back to your warrior one. Open out to your warrior two. Find your footing. Again, a little bit of a hip opener. If you practice a lot, you might not even notice it. So it's a lot of the same poses, or it might be a lot of the same poses that we practice, but just a different shift in attention, more attention to your hips. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Dip into your front knee, palms to the sky, right hand high, reverse your warrior. Exhale, hands down to your mat. High push up to low push up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps forward. Warrior one, come up. Set your left foot, set your gaze. Step forward, right knee lifts in front of you. Big breath in here, right foot across your left thigh, figure four. Start to sit down. Bend your left knee. Draw your hands to your heart. You can stay upright, or you can start to fold forward. And you might notice, I notice, that one side is different from the other. And that's okay. Being in this flow, right here, right now. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Breathe in and breathe out. A big inhale and a big exhale. Now as you inhale, come on back up to stand. Hands high, right knee lifts. Right foot steps back, warrior one. Open out to your warrior two. Adjust your feet. Maybe take a little bit of a longer stance. Play around with it. Be creative. Where your first chakra has to do with roots and grounding, your second chakra has to do with creativity. Swadhisthana is the name of the second chakra in Sanskrit, and it means dwelling place of the self. So it's you, creativity, your creativity, who you are, your sensuality and your sexuality. Spin your palms to the sky and take your left hand high, reverse your warrior. A big inhale. Exhale, hands down to your mat. High push up to low push up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Your second chakra is how you express yourself, your ability to express yourself, your creativity, your sensuality, and your sexuality. Take another big breath in here. Exhale, step or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale, exhale, fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Sit down, lift up, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push-up to low push-up. Exhale. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Right foot steps, warrior one, rise up. Open out, warrior two. Right hand high, reverse your warrior. Exhale, hands to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps forward, warrior one. Open out, warrior two. Left hand high, reverse. Exhale, hands to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Right foot again, warrior one. Rise up, open out, warrior two. Right hand high, reverse. Come back to your warrior two. Open out into your horse or your goddess pose. God, goddess pose. We'll bring our hands to our heart here. Big bend in the knees. Toes turn out. Knees open out. And then to add in a little bit of the root chakra, come up onto the ball of your right foot. So activate your toes. Connect to your feet. Still feeling your hips. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Watch out for leaning forward or back. Bring your right heel down and lift your left heel. Knees opening out towards your toes. You can set your gaze or close your eyes. Even as your hands meet here at your heart, let them meet really softly, really lightly. Take a big breath in. Exhale, left heel comes down. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Warrior two, right side. Right hand high, reverse. Exhale, hands to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Another big inhale here. Exhale, walk or jump forward. Halfway lift. Inhale, exhale, fold. Utkatasana. Sit down, lift up. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push-up to low push-up. Exhale. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps forward. Warrior one, rise up. Open out. Warrior two. Left hand high, reverse. Exhale, hands to your mat. Chaturanga, low push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Right foot steps, warrior one, rise up. Open out, warrior two. Right hand high, reverse. Exhale, hands to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps again. Warrior one. Now warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Back to your warrior two. And back to your God, goddess pose. Here, set your feet belly in and up. Big bend in your knees. Nice hip opener. Sit low. As you inhale, sweep your arms up. And as you exhale, goddess arms. Big bend in your elbows. Deep bend in your knees. And deep breath, breathing into your hips. Breathe in and breathe out. So when we talk about creativity, a lot of people say, I'm not creative. Sure you are. You don't have to be a famous artist or a famous singer. You don't have to be famous at all to be creative. Your practice, even your practice is an expression of your creativity. Sit a little bit lower here. And sexuality, sensuality, how you express that. There's all kinds of taboo around that in this country. So your ability, really, just to express who you are in a way that feels good for you. You don't have to rush it. You don't have to push it or force it. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. But you can be at ease with all of this, with who you are. Just like you can be at ease in a challenging pose like this. Now as you inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, back to your warrior two, left side. Reverse your warrior. Exhale, hands to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Take another big inhale. As you exhale, step or jump your feet to the outsides of your hands. Come back down into that malasana. Maybe there's a little more room this time. Physically, maybe you just give yourself a little more room. a little more freedom to express yourself in a way that feels good for you, to play around with your creativity, to play around in your practice and in your life. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Another big inhale. As you exhale, sit down, lie down, and set up for your bridge pose. I like bridge pose here with the second chakra. Set your feet, your foundation, your roots, and then lift your hips up. So usually bridge or wheel. I personally am a big fan of wheel, but in this practice with the focus on the hips, stick with your bridge. Stick with the focus on your hips. Stick with the flow of your breath. So your breath flows just like water. And the amazing thing about water, even a little trickle of water eventually will wear away at the strongest rock. So you can be patient. You can be in your flow, creating your flow, one breath, one day at a time, and you can be patient with it, creating your life. Of course you're creative. You're creating your own life. And take a deep breath in, and a long breath out. One more big inhale. And as you exhale, come down and back to Supta Baddha Konasana. Feet together and knees wide. You can bring your hands to your hips. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. And as you create your day, your life, whatever it is you're creating, let it be pleasurable. Right? That's another piece of this second chakra, pleasure and joy. Draw your knees to your chest, give them a squeeze, find some forward and back movement, and then rock forward, plant your hands, and make your way back to your downward facing dog. You can add in a vinyasa here. Take a deep breath in, and a long breath out. Bring your feet together and forward, right leg to the sky. Bend your right knee, your down dog hip opener. Take a big inhale. Now, right foot steps forward to your right thumb, coming into your lizard pose. Might be still a baby lizard. Maybe you can come down onto your forearms here. You might find you want to bring your right foot a little forward and to the right, keeping your right knee over your right ankle. Taking the right foot to the right just gives you a little more space. And you can keep your back knee lifted, or you can drop it down to your mat. You can keep your right knee pulling in to your right shoulder, or you can drop your right knee out to the right. So you're on the baby toe side of your right foot. And it's just different sensations, still all tied into the hips, tied into your hips. Our hips are the biggest joint in our body. There's a lot going on there, a lot of muscles involved. So there's the opportunity for a lot of tension and resistance. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. And if you're on your forearms, come up to your hands and come on into your half pigeon. Walk that right foot across. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, lengthen and fold forward. Now you might set up the variation on your back. You might add in a prop. You can be creative with this. So big joint, big muscles. Opportunity for resistance. Stuff gets stuck in our hips. It gets stuck in all of our muscles, but you might really feel it here. Sometimes in half pigeon, people will get really emotional. Either laugh or cry for no real reason. There can be a lot of intense sensation. And stuff comes up. So just like there's the opportunity for stuff to get stuck, now you have the opportunity for stuff to come up. The opportunity to soften. Opportunity to open. Opportunity to go with the flow. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Here, come on up. Start to bring your back leg out and around in front of you, and we'll set up, just for a moment or two, a double pigeon. I like to put my right foot on top, my right leg on top. You're stacking your shins, flexing your feet. Right? So it's not crossing your knees. It's a little bit different. And you might put a block between your right knee and your left foot. You might be able to stay here upright. You might have your right knee really high. That's okay. There's no right or wrong. Be creative. And if it works, you can fold forward. Feel how just naturally creative you are. Elizabeth Gilbert's book, Big Magic, talks a lot about creativity. And right, we come from a history, a lineage of creative people, of makers, of builders. Of course, you are creative. It's feeling that you have the support, the foundation, right, through your roots, and then the awareness of your creativity to express it. And ways to express it. This practice is a great way to express your creativity. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Come on up. Undo your legs. Cross your ankles. Plant your hands. And make your way back to your downward facing dog. You can move through a flow of vinyasa. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. And bring your feet together and forward, left leg high, bend your left knee, your down dog hip opener. Take a big inhale. Now your lizard. Left foot steps forward. My foot got stuck. You can wiggle it a little bit forward. Feel that your right leg is long behind you. Both hands to the inside of that front foot. Back knee lifted or lowered. Stay up on your hands, come down to your forearms. Right, so many options. The little ways that you can make it yours. That's creative. You're adapting. It shows your ability to go with the flow. And even when there is a lot of sensation, it can still be pleasurable. You can let that left knee drop out to the left if you like. Notice if there is unnecessary tension elsewhere in your body. If you're clenching your jaw or your fingers are really tight, let there be some softness there. Keep your attention, your focus on your breath and on your hips. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. And come on back up onto your hands. Walk your left foot across and come on into your half pigeon. Evening out your hips. Folding forward. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Swadhisthana, dwelling place of the self. Sometimes we don't really know who we are or who we want to be. It changes as we move through our lives as well. How we want to express ourselves. Right? Just like our practice changes. And there's room for all of that. Figuring out who you are, figuring out what you want, figuring out what's best for you as you make your way through the flow of your day and your life. And again, just like that little trickle of water, sometimes it takes time. And take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. And breathe in. And breathe out. And the hands under your shoulders start to come up, bringing that back leg out and around in front. Now on this side, the right leg on the bottom, the left leg on top. Stacking your shins, flexing your feet. Again, block maybe between your right foot and your left knee. That left knee might be really high. You can stay upright, or if there's room, fold forward. Noticing again if one side is different than the other. Now you don't have to get stuck. You have your foundation, you have your support, but the flow of your breath. Allow yourself to flow through this practice. The sensation flows through your body. If thoughts come up, they flow in, and they can just as simply flow out. Breathe in, and breathe out. A big inhale, and a big exhale. Come on up, undo your double pigeon, cross your ankles, rock forward, plant your hands. One last flow, one last downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. And bring your knees to your mat. Come on into a child's pose. Just a moment or two in child's pose. This is a hip opener, but it's also a really nice reminder that for as much as we cultivate strength, we can cultivate softness, so that if there is resistance, we don't have to push through it, we don't have to force it. We can take our time and flow through it. Deep breath in, long breath out. Now simply come on up, sit back over your heels, lie down on your back. Come on into your Shavasana. For this Shavasana, I recommend ending as we began, in Supta Baddha Konasana. Hands can be on your hips or alongside you. You can visualize that orange ball of energy between your belly button and the base of your spine. From Swadhisthana, take a deep breath in, and a long breath out. Here, draw your knees into your chest and really give yourself an embrace. Embrace who you are and where you are at this point in your flow. And take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Roll to one side and make your way to seated. Bring your hands to your heart, set your gaze, lower your gaze or close your eyes. Together, let's take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Drawing your thumbs to your forehead, to your third eye center. Together we say, Namaste. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for joining me for this Friday Power Flow. Second chakra, Sacral Chakra, Swadhisthana. That's like a tongue twister right there. I'm Heather. I'm the Bent Yogi. If you have questions about your hips or about this chakra, leave me a comment below. I'd be happy to share more about what I know about the hips and this chakra with you. I'm Heather. I'm the Bent Yogi. Thanks for joining me today. If you enjoyed it, subscribe and like the video. most important, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and I'll see you on your mat.